The work we're undertaking at Medupi and Kusile requires a lot of skills which were not present in South Africa when we first arrived. It was an obligation on ALSTOM to look at the local supply chain on such long projects so that when we finish the projects, we've left a sustainable business behind that can build power plants in the future. In particular, the areas around Medupi and Kusile, there are not many major large companies. And our philosophy in this space was, well, how do we develop the small companies? This leaves a sustainable legacy for us in South Africa.
We're standing in front of ALSTOM warehouse. It's called Laydown 3. It's a 80,000 square meter laydown yard with approximately 22,400 square meter area for the warehouse itself. This warehouse came as a result of ALSTOM requiring a facility to store equipment for the turbine project. After the warehouse was built, there was a need to manage the warehouse, and as a result, we went into an RFQ process whereby we invited local suppliers to tender for the opportunity. What we do, we focus on BWOs, women-owned businesses. We focus on SMEs and ensure that they reach a point where they are able to provide reliable service and can also be in a better position than they were before.
Part of the obligations under our contracts with Eskom, we have to spend 14% of our contract values on SME companies or black women-owned companies. When we set up our business here to execute the projects, we went into the market to see what we could find, and it was clear that there were not the right size companies existing anywhere near the power stations that could do what we needed them to do, which meant we really had to start from scratch. We identified a number of entrepreneurs who had small businesses who we felt were ready to grow. One of those companies is Vanashi.
I got a phone call from ALSTOM saying they want to come and see my workshops. I got all excited, and at that point I had a workshop, but there was absolutely nothing in the workshop. I was just renting it just in case I could get work. That's when my actual fabrication that is done by Vanashi, that's when it actually started. The first things that I did was the supports for all 6 turbines. They told me about the supports and they sent me the drawings. It was actually Greek to me because yes, I've worked in mines, but I'm not a steel fabricator. I am a bookkeeper by profession. So I thought, okay, where do I go for supports and who do I find for supports? I Googled it, I looked, I looked for people that can assist me.
What ALSTOM does in this context is to assist local suppliers within the project to be able to become reliable suppliers, and that's what is basically the focus of enterprise development.
As engaging with Vanashi and Constance, it was actually such a wonderful opportunity to take this whole task at hand, because one of the most amazing things is to take somebody who knows absolutely nothing about something and has the energy and wants to focus and to actually enjoy it and learn.
So far, it's been both quite a wonderful experience and also a challenging experience at the same time. To start with, Vanashi Trading was a company that was not obviously focused in the warehouse management industry. And this being an enterprise development opportunity, it meant that we would have had to train them from day one and also ensure that we also bring in ALSTOM resources to assist them to manage the warehouse. And Joy, being the manager, the overall manager of the facility, has had to take the reins and assist them to learn the ropes and ensure that the warehouse is run according to professional requirements.
We had some really wonderful, trying times at each step of the way, and we had many discussions around how and what and where and when. Myself, I had learned so very much from Constance.
So the construction of Kusile creates a great opportunity to grow SME, small businesses and black women businesses in an area that hasn't seen a lot of investment for quite some time. It's my ambition that when we finish these projects, we have a sustainable supply chain to build the next ones.
ALSTOM's got more experienced people and they're obviously transferring skill. So there's a lot of development, I must say, with regards to my people that are working on here. It gives me joy that they're gaining something from the contract that we have, and it's just not the company that's gaining exposure, they're also gaining exposure.
Manje ngisebenza no-Constance 4 years. Manje ngisebenza naye 4 years, ngiqale ngokusebenza naye njenge-general worker. Manje sengisebenza as-assistant rigger. Manje ngijabulile kakhulu ukusebenza naye. Namanje ngisachubeka njengoba sengi-skills manje sengi-assistant rigger, sengine-working height, sengine-rigging, senginekusasa elidamile elingcono. Ngizokhona ukukhulisa nabantwana bami engizosoloko ngisebenza kuye.
Uyang-inspire uConstance, ne? Since uye umuntu oseduzane nami and ngikhona ukubona i-success kuye. Ukusebenza la for mina because bengiqala ukusebenza kwi-warehouse enkulu, so it was a challenge at first, but so far I have improved, yeah, on my work.
What's really wonderful is that in this particular field of expertise, there are not many women that actually either own warehouses and run warehouses, and specifically in the BWOs and in South Africa at all.
Like the benefits to have a long-term contract with ALSTOM or with anybody else actually for Vinashi is that she can predict her cash flow, she can predict her workforce, she can develop her people, and she can start to grow in a sustainable way. The banks start to have confidence in her as a small business, and really she can move to the next level.
Because ALSTOM has now given me a long-term contract, it gives me a lot of sustainability as a company. I can budget for my workers, I can budget for the running of my company, and I also can sleep at night. I must say the support that I got from them was amazing, so it really means a lot to me.